Now I'll call Professor Opeibi to give us what he has for us today. Please welcome him.
Yeah, before that, we'd probably like to hear the citation of Professor Opeibi.
Professor Babatunde Olushola Joseph Opeibi is an associate professor from the Department of English in the University of Lagos. He is the director. He is a full professor. He is the director of Digital Humanities Research Unit, University of Lagos. He has over 20 years working experience as a lecturer, and he has worked in several capacities outside the academic environment from 2007 to 2011. He is Nigeria's representative of Clarity till date, consulting editor of a journal published in Faculty of Law, University of Lagos, editorial consultant of Life Press Limited, reviewer, assessor, proofreader, and editor of manuscripts and articles for publishing houses and academic journals from 1998 to date. All these to mention but a few. He has won various prizes and awards like Alexander von Humboldt George Foster Fellowship for experienced researchers in Chemnitz University of Technology, Germany. He is the winner of Commonwealth Professional Tenable at the University of Westminster, London, and all these to mention but a few. He has national and international publications of books, journals, monographs, and many others on this liberating great achievement. Ladies and gentlemen, let us put our hands together as we welcome Professor Olushola.
Thank you very much. Let me quickly recognize important people here today. I may not be able to mention one by one. The chaplain, dear brother, God bless you. Thank you very much. Ambassador Yuwale, I enjoy your presentation on cloud computing. I think it is quite relevant to the kind of thing we are doing, especially today that there's possibility of losing everything you have worked for. And then you declare that without having something over there that you can access anywhere in the world. That's the advantage of cloud computing. You don't need to carry your laptop anywhere. You are in London, you are in US, and you want to access your document. You can just, once it's linked with your email, you can always access, or you have the password, you can always access your document and material anywhere.
Let me thank the organizer of this event for the privilege of giving me to actually come and talk to young people. I'm always very excited when I have the opportunity of talking to young people anywhere. And I must thank Austin, who has refused to let me rest. With all my excuses, he said, no, you must not be there, you must come, and this and that. I have 4 events today. Once I finish it, I'm going to Ikorodu. I'm coming back to another program to look at what they are doing here, the training program here for debaters, another program in the day. But it's my pleasure to be here, and I hope within the very few minutes we are going to spend together, we can just learn a few things about this new area of research, innovation, and empowerment. A few days ago, I read in the paper, I think who was that, talking about the future of digital technology in Nigeria. And the person says that I think Nigeria will be generating almost $300 million or thereabout annually from digital technology, digital economy in Nigeria. Okay, and if that is the case, you are the guys that will have to make that happen. You are the one. And that's why this program today, this training today, I want to encourage you to actually get the best from it and then go out there, and then you are going to do a lot. Now, very quickly, when we talk about digital humanities, we are talking about, simply the application of computer methodology and digital technologies to what we do in the humanities. I'm sure if my guess is right, I'm sure not all of you are going to follow sciences. How many of you are following humanities, but you just want to have this knowledge? Let me see your hands up. You are, oh great, thank you very much. So that means when we talk about digital technology, computer, it's not just limited to those in the sciences. The days in which we live now, everybody, just as he has said, everybody must be digitally empowered. Whatever you are, but there's no way you can be relevant in the near future without having this knowledge, having this skill, having this empowerment to be able to successfully make the best and be who you want to be. So when we talk about digital humanities, what are we talking about? Now, we are simply talking about, when we talk about digital humanities, we are simply talking about the application of computer methods to whatever we do in the humanities, both in teaching, both in research, and then whatever development we want to actually achieve in the humanities. But let's leave that. Anywhere you find yourself, whatever discipline you want to follow, or you're ready, whether you are undergraduate here or you are planning to come in here, you need these tools and application to be able to actually, break through and be able to have the edge, So it's a revolution that's going on, and you must not be left behind, or else you become irrelevant. It's a revolution, and everybody, whether you are in the sciences or you are in the humanities, you must get involved in digital technologies and knowledge of digital computational methodologies. Now, these technologies are particularly beginning to redefine and re-engineer a range of traditional techniques and approaches to research and innovation in any discipline. Now, when we talk about digital humanities, I've defined that it's an area of scholarly activity at the intersection of computing or these technologies and the disciplines of the humanities. Okay, intersection, bring it together, applying, using those technology for whatever you do, whether you are in the social sciences or you are in the humanities, or you are even in the sciences. For many of us who are even in sciences, you are not aware of tons and tons of applications that are available. Fortunately, many of them, they are free. A number of them are quite free online that you can make use of for what you do in your classes, lecture room, and publication in the humanities. Now, these are days of cross-disciplinary activities. There is no discipline now that can stand alone. If you really want to be relevant in these days of innovation and research, and then when things are happening, you must be able to collaborate. And digital humanities provide that opportunity, that platform for collaboration. We are doing some research now in the digital humanities unit we have, and then of course we are getting people in computer science to work with us, because part of what we are trying to do is to develop software and application that students can use, and you can have access to some of your lecture notes online. You can have access to them, and then and be able to get information real time. And so it's the collaborative dimension in this humanities actually makes it different from other area of study. DH can be defined as new ways of doing scholarship that involve collaborative, transdisciplinary, and computer-engaged research, teaching, and publishing. It includes the systematic use of digital resources. And that's what we are here to talk about today. We are going to be learning about software, application, and so on and so forth. So, this area of discipline in the humanities actually leverage on those technologies. I will mention a few of them before I round off. Now, don't let me waste time on this. It is quite a very big area, and I'm inviting those of you coming to the humanities, even those of you that are already in the sciences or engineering or technology, that you begin to see how you can, connect, intersect with what others do in the humanity. You can begin to make money while you are here as an undergraduate by thinking of how you can begin to use this technology to do something productive. Many of our students, you spend your time on Facebook, you spend your time on wasting your time on things that are not adding value to you. And there are things you can do. Many of you, now, Mark Zuckerberg, what's his name now? The Facebook something. As an undergraduate in his dormitory. How many of you know that? He started Facebook in his dormitory, like Choja Hall or Jaja. It was in Jaja. Let's use that as an illustration. And he was thinking about something. How do I make a difference? How do I add value to the society? How do I apply, what I'm learning to be able to create value? And he came up with Facebook. And today, how old is he? I think 30 something, am I right? That's where is about 30 something. The third richest living human being now. Billions of dollars. He started just like you. You can make it. Do you understand? Oh, you need to just sit down and think, and then you'll be able to come up with things that will help you. Now, this is dispensing with print material. We are dispensing. You don't need to carry huge, print material all around now. Your smartphone, your iPad, you have that. As the previous speaker has said, with cloud computing now, you are just, you can go on, and then put all your material there and carry that to wherever you are going, and then you are on to make it. Now we have what's here. What's here is a task analysis environment that combines visualization, information retrieval, sense making, and natural language processing to make the content of text navigable, accessible, and useful. We also have data mining software in Java, and we have several of them. We have computer-aided technical markup and analysis. It's a tool that those of you coming to literature you can use to do your work. We have the Maker and Withline. And then we have Notabene, we have Gephi, we have D3, and then we also have Tapo, we have Voyal Tools, and then we have Sketch Engine, Topsy, Keyhole, and several others. We have Mallet, and then we have Jogstar. There are several of them that we can use. Now let me just go to where I demonstrated the use of some of them. Now our previous, the former website we were using here, and then you have the home page, but we have changed that now. I mean that's one of my presentations in Germany. Now let me go to some of the software. Now here you have what we call AntConc. The use of AntConc. It's a software that even those of you in the sciences, or you are doing your research, you are doing your project, or you are doing even you are doing your assignment, and you have big data. Now let me say that what we are actually doing, we are working within the environment what is called big data. How many of you have had big data before? Big data? Okay, thank you. So now you are talking about a set of data, a body of data that you cannot manually explore or interpret or analyze. And so we need applications to be able to explore and get information from that large body of data. And so we have this software called AntConc. So when you have your data, tons and millions of information in that data, all you need to do is to transform that data into text, and then you upload it into this software, and then you can query that software. Now, for instance, now I try to query in the data I uploaded. I query the term good governance. I was trying to find out about good governance in Nigeria, and then the software now return this result for me, and then you can see that at a glance. Can you see good governance highlighted there? Oh, you can see. So you see this, is it, what color is this, purple? In the middle. So you see that you have good governance highlighted there. And so instead of going through my data one by one and looking for good governance, at a glance, I have the information given to me. And I cannot interpret within the environment what good governance means. It means accountability and transparency. And then, and on, you can see good governance with the democracy and strength of democracy. And then, so you see the software being able to give you that result at your fingertip by just, programming the data on this software. Now, this is Sketch Engine, another software that we are using. It's called Sketch Engine. And then, how many of you've heard about the word stomach infrastructure? Thank you very much. It came up in I think 2014 during the Now, what we try to do is we try to now crawl and we gather information on stomach infrastructure usage in Nigeria, and then we now had our data, and then we uploaded data on this application, on this software Sketch Engine. And then you can see each of these files is from the web page, different web page. And then you see, stomach infrastructure now highlighted there. If you click any of these, it will take you, if you click this file, it will take you to the original web page where we source the information from. So you have this application now simplifying the process of doing your research, the process of getting information, the process of analyzing your data, and on and on. And then you can begin to innovate, get a result, get application, interpret, and begin to, create value to whatever you do. Again, the Sketch Engine giving us statistics now. It can help you to calculate. Now you are wondering, those of us in humanities, there's no way I would have done this without, my poor knowledge of mathematics or statistics. But here we have the software calculating the data for me, and then I can now see. Now here you have talks about PDP mentioned in that data, number of times, stomach infrastructure, the score 1698, and on like that. And we cannot do the calculation, and then we cannot arrive to now understand the importance of each of these terms within the framework of the data, and then we can analyze and interpret our result. The same thing you have here. Now, the application of digital tools enables us to understand a range of meanings and imagine discursive pattern in the context. The repatterning and interpretation of discourse tokens such as stomach infrastructure carries some social pragmatic meaning, and then you have other explanation there. Now, let me go to another software. I think this is Topsy. Yeah, it's Topsy. No, this is Kobo. Another web-based software that you can use, and here it also goes online and it gets your information for you, and then also gives you what we call this is word cloud. Okay, now we'll see the bigger you have this text, it shows the number of times that text occurs in that environment. and then you can see, data project help to improve and promote global understanding about whatever issue we are talking about. And then definitely with that, I come to the end of my discussion. The conclusion is there, and we hit the benefit of digital humanity too. Thank you very much for your attention.